Welcome, dear traders. Last week, the euro reached a short-lived parity with the US dollar. Recession fears also intensified after the comments of Fed officials Raphael Bostic and Thomas Barkin about the likelihood of a 100 basis point rate increase. However, on a Friday, Bostic clarified that moving too dramatically could undermine positive aspects of the economy and add to the uncertainty. He believes that a 75 basis point rate hike in June has already been a big step. The president of the St. Louis Federal Reserve, James Bullard, made similar statements on the same day. He said that inflation is getting more stable, so he's sure about a soft landing for the economy. After two Fed officials dismissed speculation about a more aggressive interest rate hike this month, market sentiment improved slightly. Traders also took notice of a Mary C. Daly speech, the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. She assumes that green shoots are beginning to emerge in the housing market amid a strong economy and the labor market. She also ruled out a recession scenario. There are 10 days left before the announcement of the key rate decision next week. This is why there could be new statements from Fed officials. However, given the negative experience of last week, there are likely to be more cautions with their comments. The US dollar is trading flat today. Speculators have factored in the possibility of a 75 basis point rate hike for the second month in a row. Therefore, the US dollar index declined on a Friday. In today's Asian session, it dropped below 108 versus its rivals, trading at 107.58. The index entered a correction phase in the range of 107.37 and 108.04. The next support levels are located at 103.67 and 103.41. If the price breaks above 109.29, it will open the way to the resistance levels of 109.77 and 110 points. Analysts note that the bull run is not over yet. Moreover, they are unable to indicate that highs the greenback may eventually reach. One thing is clear: it will keep climbing as long as the global economic growth slows down and there is a risk of its further deterioration. The US currency has already been trading close to 109.29, a two-decade high, for some time, and a correctional decline occurred amid an improvement in the risk sentiment. However, market sentiment has been rather volatile lately. The Bank of Japan is consistent with its ultra-loose monetary policy. As widely expected, the regulator is likely to keep its long-term dovish stance on a monetary policy unchanged at its next meeting scheduled for Thursday, July 21. If so, the extremely weak yen may depreciate even more. It's now holding its position as the worst performing major currency in 2022. As the Bank of Japan does not provide support for its national currency, it remains rather vulnerable to external headwinds and is out of the regulator's control. The price bottomed out in early June. That's around the time when oil prices soared. Risk aversion remains the main driver for safe haven currencies. Traders are also assessing the possibility of the Fed's key rate cuts in 2023. If they see the reasons for this scenario, the yen may slightly recover, and today trading floors in Japan are closed on the occasion on Marine Day. The Japanese currency usually climbs higher during holidays. Besides, it may advance amid a correction of the US dollar. In Monday's Asian session, the dollar-yen pair grew to the level of 138.14. It's dropping now, moving in the price range of 137.86 and 138.59. The Australian dollar is also up amid increased risk appetite and the greenback's correction. The main bearish factor for the Aussie remains the worsening epidemiological situation in China, its largest trading partner. Today, China's authorities have reported hundreds of new COVID cases, notching the highest level since May 23. However, today the Australian dollar managed to climb thanks to the correction of the US dollar, and the AUD-USD pair rose to 0.6828, hovering in the range of 0.6787 and 0.6839. The kiwi is losing momentum today amid the weakening risk-off sentiment. Even despite a sharp increase in the interest rate, it has sunk significantly against the US dollar. However, today it managed to advance to 0.6176 amid inflation data. Consumer prices in the country approached 7.3%. The central bank has hiked the benchmark rate at 6 meetings in a row because of a soaring inflation. However, the trajectory of the kiwi is mainly determined by the movements of the US market and the US dollar. Today, the NZD-USD pair is fluctuating in the upward channel of 0.6148 and 0.6201. And that's all for now. This week is going to be quite busy. Top US companies are going to reveal their earnings reports. The US will also unveil data on the housing market. And the central banks of Japan, China and the European Union will hold monetary policy meetings. The UK, Canada and Japan will publish their inflation reports for June. There will also be other crucial economic reports. Subscribe to our channel and stay up to date with the latest market news. See you soon!